Welcome to day 3 of the 20-day crash course in marketing. Today, we're developing a marketing strategy. There are 10 steps to your marketing strategy. Step 1 is your business objectives. What exactly are you trying to achieve? Is it to grow awareness? Is it to increase leads? Is it to increase sales? So you need a clear objective of what you're trying to achieve. Next is conduct some market research. Understand the market you're operating in. How big is it? How many people are in it? How many people want the product you're developing for that market? So you need to understand your market, who you're going after, the people, what they want, which leads into the next point, which is your target audience. Who are they? What do they do? Where do they shop? What do they wear? How do they drink? How do they eat? What do they spend their weekends doing? This will help you develop a customer profile. You need a clear demographic profile because it's important when you're trying to target an audience that you know who you're speaking to. You can speak to them in ways that is recognizable to them in language and context that's relevant to them. Next, you want to develop some SMART objectives. They need to be objectives that are clear. So for example, we want to hit 10,000 followers in 6 months time, and this is how we're going to do it. You want those kind of clear, SMART objectives. They need to be achievable, they need to be realistic, they need to be something that you can measure over a period of time. The next is your value proposition. What value are you offering? What makes your product different to anybody's out there? You need to understand the value that you're providing, the value you're bringing to it. McDonald's, Burger King, Coca-Cola, Apple, Samsung all have varying different value propositions. They're clear on what their value they bring to the market. They understand what their competitor does, they understand what they do and how they differ. Samsung, for example, focuses on software, while Apple more focuses on the hardware, the physical appearance of the phone, even though that's transitioned over the past couple of years, but we won't go into that. The next thing is you choose your marketing channels. Where are you telling people about this amazing product? Is it online? Is it on a podcast? Is it on paid social? Is it through your website when people search? Do you want to be the first ranked in Google, for example? So where exactly are you marketing this product? What are the marketing channels? When you have these marketing channels listed out, what's the messaging in these channels? So are you using, for example, TV to tell a story, a short brand story about how the brand developed? Or are you using TV to sort of talk about, hey, we're opening a new store tomorrow, come down and buy this amazing product? So how are you utilizing your channels? Or are you using influencers to say, hey, this product's amazing, product reviews, things like that? So getting your messaging right in those channels is so critical to how your product will actually perform. The next is the budget. So what are you allocating to each of these channels? Because they need some budget behind them. You can't advertise, you can't market, you can't talk about your product without no budget. Of course you can do it organically. Online has given us the access to without too much of a charge, but essentially you need to allocate 10% of my budget's going to paid social ads, another 5% is going to influencers, another 10% is going to flyers, and the kind of rounded figure of where you're kind of approaching. The next is implement and execute the strategy. A lot of people get stuck in the planning and not in the execution. So you want to go out there and implement that strategy. And nothing's perfect. You're going to iterate and going to learn across the way. But it's important, which is the last step, to monitor, measure, and optimize all throughout the campaign. Keep monitoring what the changes are, how you can improve this, what you can move over to XYZ. So those are the core things you need to know. See you on day 4 for the next topic. What is digital marketing?